To use Noodletools, sign in with your school Google account. If you're new to Noodletools, it's going to ask you a few questions. Since I already have an account, it's going to dump me right into my projects. For you, this page might be blank. Either way, you're going to click New Project. I'm going to title this project Test Project. Citation style I'm going to pick as MLA. And the citation level I'll choose today is Junior. It's going to bring me into a screen called Dashboard. We're going to ignore this screen and go right to Sources and click New Source. Here are my options. The first type of citation I'm going to do is a website. So let's click on Website, and I want to cite a web page. This is the web page I want to cite. So the first thing we need is the URL. So I'm going to copy the URL and paste it right into the URL field. We're only going to enter the information that we have. If the information does not exist on the web page, we're not going to enter it. So let's look for a date. And I do see a copyright date on the bottom, so we can use that. So let's enter 2020, today's date, author, James McPherson. Title, a defining time in our nation's history. The name of the website is the American Battlefield Trust. And since it's the same as the publisher, we're going to leave the publisher of the site blank. Now we can click Save. And it generates a citation for our website. Next, we're going to cite a database. And this is pretty easy because we just need to copy and paste. So let's go to New Source and select Database. And it really doesn't matter what we pick. So we can pick Original Content in Database. And we're going to select the Quick Cite, the copy and paste option. So we get our citation for our database article right in the database. So I have this article on women's Civil War journals, and I'm going to go to the link that says Cite. And this database gives me several citation options. I'm going to pick MLA and copy the citation. And I'm going to manually paste it right into Noodletools and hit Save. And now I have my database citation. The next type of source I want to cite is a book. So let's go to New Source, and we're going to go to Print or in Hand. And rather than just cite a book by one author, I want to cite a reference source because those are the types of books we use a lot in research. And what I can do here is I can import the ISBN number of the book. So the ISBN number is a 10 or 13-digit number that you find on the barcode of the back of the book. Once I type it in, I can search for the book. And in this case, I only have one result, and it is the correct book. So I'm going to import. And this is the book. So this is actually an ebook, but for the purposes of our tutorial here, we're going to pretend it's a print book. So the book is called The Civil War Era, and we're going to cite a chapter in Volume 3. The chapter we're going to cite is African Americans in the Military. So what I need to gather is the author of the section. So in a lot of reference books, each section or entry will have its own author. We need the article title and the page span from start to end of the section. So if the author is not listed at the beginning, it's usually at the end. So let's scroll through. And here we have the author. We're going to enter her name here. The article title, as we mentioned, is African Americans in the Military. And the pages from start to end of the section are 163 to 185. Now, the other thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to list any editors, if there are any editors of this book, which there are. Let's go to the beginning of volume 3. And we can see here that we have two editors, Edward J. Bloom and Brian L. Johnson. So let's put them in. To make sure we specify that his role is editor as well. And any other information we need to add is volume 3. We have the publisher, the year, and the publication city. And now we can save it. And here is our citation for the reference article. So as you can see, entering the ISBN number found some information, but then we needed to add some specific information based on the specific article or entry we wanted to use. Now, once we have all of our citations, we can easily export this into a works cited. So if we go to print export and select print export to Google Docs, it's going to generate a complete works cited that we can use in our paper.